Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Alexis Nubia here again with another lock and dread video for you guys. So today's video is on how to start freeform and semi-freeform dreads or locks. Let's get into it, okay? So to start freeform dreads or locks, it is a very what can I say? It is a journey, okay? And you have to have a lot of patience to have freeform dreads. And your mindset has to be a little bit different because of the way that it's going to look or the way that it's going to turn out. Not a lot of people approve of freeform dreads, and a lot of people don't like the look of freeform dreads, but you have to have that mindset where you just don't care about what people think about your hair or just about how you express yourself in general. You're just going against the grain here with freeform dreads, okay? So how to start freeform dreads? Let's get into it. So basically, if you watch my last video, I explained that freeform dreads is basically a way that you don't have to maintain your hair as much. So you basically don't do much to get freeform dreads. One of the ways to get freeform dreads is to just let your hair do its own thing. Literally. Let your hair do its own thing. Whatever hair type you have, just let your hair lock up on its own. Okay? Go about your day, go about your business every day until your hair decides to lock up. So don't comb or brush your hair. Stop doing that entirely. That is going to help the lock, the dread, the freeform dreads or locks to come in. Sorry, my baby's snoring. Another way to start freeforming your hair is basically by using a towel and just doing this with the towel with your hair. That's what I did. That's how I started my locks. So my hair was about probably like this long before I started locking it. And what I did was I just took a towel. Okay. So every time I washed my hair, I took a towel and I just like this. And it started forming itself. It started going to where it needed to go. And I only did that a couple times. I didn't do it a lot. I only did that a couple times until I noticed my hair started going to like big clumps. Okay? So that's another way you can start freeforming your hair. You can start freeforming your hair throughout any time of your lock journey. So for example, if you're currently semi-freeformed and you want to stop maintaining your hair, stop touching your hair, or just stop parting your hair and like twisting, or you know what I mean, just your basic maintenance every now and again, you can stop and just let it do its own thing from there. Or even if you're more like the locked in the sense of going to the salon every 6 weeks or getting the retwist every 4 to 6 weeks, if you're that type of dread, you can start freeforming your hair at any time of your lock journey. Honestly, to be honest, the only thing about that is that the appearance of your lock is going to look different, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, who gives a fuck, right? Who cares? If you want to start freeforming at any time of your lock journey, you can do that at any time. There's It's not a big deal. It's whatever you want to do. So when freeforming, it's going to take about 4 to 8 weeks for it to start seeing it form and for you to start seeing it lock up. It's going to take about 4 to 8 weeks for you to start seeing that. But it'll take up to 2 years for you to start seeing it fully mature, to have fully matured dreads or locks, right? But it all depends on your hair type too, right? If you have more of like a looser curl or even straight hair, it might take a bit longer for your hair to start locking up. If you have more of like kinky, coily, curly hair, it may take even like sooner because your hair is just like closer together and it's like a nappier and it's just easier for that type of hair type to start locking up. Also, another tip for when you start freeforming locks is to wash your hair often. And this is something I am going to stress, okay? I don't know where we have got this concept of not washing hair when starting your lock journey. I used to hear that growing up, like, oh, don't wash your hair for 6 weeks to start seeing it shred. No, wash your hair. The more you wash your hair, the more it's going to lock up. The faster it's going to lock up. Trust me. And the more you wash your hair, the more cleaner it's going to be. And the less garbage you're going to have in your locks. So during that starter freeform phase, I highly suggest you wash your hair often. And I would say, twice a week at least. If you can't make it twice, I would say once a week, okay? I would say once a week when you start seeing it form, that stage when you start seeing it form and you start seeing it lock up, I would say once a week. But before that, when you're starting, twice a week. It'll help you. It'll help start your freeform locks, definitely. Because when you wash and shampoo and you kind of like mess it up and you just wash it, it like brings all the hair together for some reason. And quit using conditioner for a little while too. When you're starting, just wash and oil. That's all you need to do. I've noticed in a lot of videos that people start freeforming with this brush tool. And I wanted to go buy the brush to show you guys, but I'm not wasting my money on that brush. I think it's not a way to freeform your locks. I would say if you want semi-freeform locks, I would say start with the brush. I would say that gives you more of a little like more uniformed locks. And you can kind of like separate it at the root. You can move it around. You can even make little parts with that brush thing, right? For semi-freeforming, I would say use the brush. You can still use a towel, but with the towel, you'll have to rip, and like part to like get a look kind of going, Freeforming, I would say you can also start with twist. Part your hair however you want. Start with twist. I honestly don't recommend braids. Honestly, I don't know why people recommend braids for starting locks. It's not really, I don't know. It's just not my favorite way of starting locks. I just think that dirt will get into it very easily and get trapped in braids. Because if you see, right, pretend like if you have your loose natural hair, and let me grab three hairs here. Okay, so like you braid to start your locks. Okay, and dirt and lint is gonna get in locks. It's inevitable, okay? Especially when you're starting. So it's gonna get in between the braids, and each section you separate to put in the braid, there's gonna get dirt in there too, in every section, right? And then you're wrapping that around and you're braiding it, intertwining it together. I just think the best way for you to semi-freeform, or even if you want to start dreads, is twisting, right? Braiding is just, I just feel like it's dirtier, or it'll get dirtier. That's just my option, and like that's just my opinion. I just feel like dirt's gonna get stuck in there, and it's harder to get out because it's braided. If it's twisted, I feel like there's more opportunities for the dirt to get out when you're doing a wash versus braids. That's just my opinion. So if you're semi-freeforming, I would recommend twisting instead of braiding. But if you want to braid, by all means, go ahead, do your thing. It's just my opinion, okay? And another thing, if you're starting freeforming, I would say first thing you gotta do is wash your hair. The first thing you gotta do. I should have said that at the beginning of the video, but I'm just going off the dome here. So yeah, first thing you gotta do is wash your hair, make sure it's clean, and going forward, make sure your hair's always clean, but while you're locking, while you're going through your lock journey, dirt's gonna get into your hair, lint is gonna get into your hair. It's inevitable, I'm telling you. Like all these lock videos with like taking out lint and stuff like that, good luck. It's gonna come back. Sometimes you lay on your bed, you put on a sweater, you know what I mean, like you put on clothes. You lay down in places, you work out, you do this, you put that in your hair, you put conditioner, you put waxes, you put creams, you put this and that, and it attaches to things. So it's best to wash your hair often so you can help get rid of it, or just help block it out, or have less lint and less dirt come into your hair. But it's gonna happen. It's a thing. It's not a big deal either. So yeah, I'm gonna get into lock washing into another video, so stay tuned for that. But that is it for this video on how to get started on your freeform, semi-freeform lock journey. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment below or send me an email. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to this channel. Like this video if you liked it. Thank you, beautiful ones, for coming and visiting me again and watching this video. I appreciate all of you that watch my videos and like the videos and have subscribed to my channel, or if you're going to subscribe, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by, and come back for the next video. Peace.